Hey everybody, welcome and thank you for tuning in. You're watching Heat 2 of Round 2 for the Trophy Series, still at Coffs Harbour. As you can see, we are gridded third, which means no more reverse gridding. It means no more slow karts in front of me to cause any more damage. From Heat 1, that reverse gridding, I did get damage on the rear end. I did have to repair it before Heat 2 started. Good thing Heat 2 started on the second day. That gave me all the afternoon to find the parts I needed, somehow find the money to pay for it, and then put it all back together. So being gridded third means that I don't have any more slow karts in front of me, so I really don't have to worry about first and second. Essentially they are both faster than me. All I have to do is kind of wait for my time for them to make a mistake and then make my move. That's essentially what I was planning. You do have to, because the starts are unpredictable, you do have passive starters, you do have aggressive starters. So the aggressive starters, they believe that they can just gun it into the first corner and make as many positions as possible without spinning. That's essentially what they do. You've got passive starters, which is me. They hold their position and they wait for an opportunity. They don't cause any accidents, they don't cause any spins, and they essentially try and maneuver around the aggressive drivers who cause the accidents and spins. So you got those two starters. What I'm planning or trying to do at this start is, you can see that we have the inside line. That is essentially the better line. I'm hoping to get a good start to push first, to push him and essentially be ahead of second place before the first corner. If you're not ahead of him, he's going to try and get a good run around the outside, or he's going to slip in between me and first. So we'll see how the start turns out. You can see I've got a little bit of a gap, and then green light, they have a much better start than me. I'm still struggling with that acceleration on slow idle. You can see fourth place, he's an aggressive starter. He cut right onto the inside, he tried to brake really late, and that was my opportunity. I was hoping to get both of them. I could see this is going to go haywire. He's either going to take both of them out, he's either going to take himself second place out, or there's just going to be a little bit of a what the heck's happening moment, and they're both going to like slow down and wiggle to the outside of the track. So I could see that he was going to brake late. I saw that his kart was sideways. I did get one position. Unfortunately, I couldn't pass him as well. He did correct it by the end of the corner, so he got two positions, I got one. The guy that I did pass was second place, who should be faster than me, so that is still a good position for me, because I do know that I am much faster than this guy in front of me. So all I have to do is pass him and get that gap between me and the guy behind me, who is supposed to be faster than me. Having that gap means that he doesn't have any slipstream, or he can't essentially take advantage of the mistakes I do, because I am still new to the track. I still make mistakes at this track. As you can see, I get so much more gap on every kart in those two corners. They're just my corners. This corner as well, look, I can see he didn't get his apex. I came on the outside, and what I did was I pushed him on the inside. Beautiful pass, absolute beautiful pass. If you want to look at it again, look at it, because you can study it. So I could see he didn't get the apex, and he got a bad exit. I got my apex. I actually made the apex a little bit later than what it needed to be, because I knew he was going to be slow on the exit of the corner where I have my driving line. So if I make my apex a little bit later, I can make my driving line a little bit tighter, and that's essentially what I did. I made it tighter. I still had a better exit than him, and I was beside him. And what I did was I cut him off. So I put him on the dirty side of the track. I put him on the inside because I knew that next corner was going to be a sharp corner. So I knew he wouldn't get a good corner at all. So I put him on the dirty side of the track. The very last moment, I went back out to the outside where the driving line is, and I took my corner normally. What he did was he obviously predicted, or he knew what was happening. He tried to brake later to still stay in front of me. That ruined his whole corner. All I had to do was just cut in tight, get a beautiful exit, and pass him. So it was a beautiful textbook maneuver pass. As you can see, first place, he already got a bit of a gap, and that's pretty much it for the race. Like, I mean, now it's just going to be me trying to catch up to first. This is his home track. He's raced this track hundreds of times. He's probably done millions of laps at this track, where I've only done 20. First heat was 10 laps. Qualifying, I think, was like 5 or 6 laps, and then you're going to have 10 laps for this heat. So essentially, at this point, I've probably only done 20 laps at this track, at the new track. So what luck do I have? All I want to do is hope that I catch up to him and pass him, which wasn't really my thought plan. My thought plan was I'm going to go as hard as I can and hope to catch up to him. The thought plan was never, oh yeah, I will catch up to him and I will pass him. That wasn't the thought plan. The thought plan was, I need to make sure the guy behind me, who I think he might have passed the guy who gridded in second, I think he might have passed that other kart by now. But that was my thought plan, to make sure he stays behind me. And it actually would have been really good if I had a rear view camera, because you would be able to see he actually does catch up to me. So he's probably, to give you a perspective, I think he's almost the same length as me and first. Pretty close to it. I think he might be a little bit closer, because as you can see, me and first, we're staying at the same distance, which I think is a little bit embarrassing for first place, considering he's done so many laps. This is his home track. He should be essentially 5/10 faster than me. 5/10 is a lot, and he was in qualifying, and then heat 1 he wasn't. Heat 2 I was getting closer, and heat 3 I was actually faster than him. So I wouldn't be too happy if I was him and this was happening. But hey, that's just how skilled I am, bro. Nah, that's too cocky. It's just how it is. I'm good at racing, and I know he's good at racing. But if I was him, I'd be like, why is he getting faster, and why is he faster than me? I'd be thinking like that. I kind of was in round 1 when it was at Newcastle, which was my home track. I was faster than him in practice. Qualifying, he was actually faster than me, and that's when I thought that something's wrong here. I was actually having engine issues. The clutch was actually attaching and spinning. It was ruining my my slow corner acceleration. So that made reasoning as to why he was faster than. Heat 1, I DNF'd. Heat 2 was the only heat that I actually got to race, and I was faster than him. And then Heat 3, DNF. So I had issues at Newcastle, but the only heat that I actually was able to participate in, I was faster than him. So that kind of made reasoning. Here, I had no issues. He had no issues. He was faster than me at the beginning. By the end, he wasn't. I'd be questioning it. Like him, I'd be questioning why is he getting so much faster than me. But anywho, so I'm not catching up to him at this point in time. It's the same distance. We're doing the same times. I keep looking behind me, and the distance from third place and me is getting closer. So this is where it gets difficult, and this is where the professionals, this is when you can tell the difference between a professional, amateur, and a rookie. I still wouldn't class myself as a professional, as much as I would want to. I don't think. I still class myself as an amateur. I've raced for lots of years, and I know the skills, I know the techniques, I know the textbook maneuvers, I know racecraft, I know it all. But I am in restricted, and I tried opens, and I've never tried Australian karting champion. I've never tried that series. That series is the fastest Australian drivers out there. Never tried it because it actually, I think that series costs just by itself like 10 grand. I think it's like $2,000 entry, and that's for, actually don't quote me on that, but I know the entry fee you have to pay for all the rounds straight up. Yeah. I've actually talked way too much because we're actually at the end of the race. So he was on my bumper. So that's the checkered flag. He was on my bumper. What I wanted to say was, I believe I'm an amateur. So I don't think he was happy because he knew he was faster than me and he couldn't pass me in time. He caught up to me at the end, but he just didn't have. If he had 2 more laps, he probably would have passed me. And that's the difference between rookie, amateur, and professional. In that moment, you have to not make any mistakes. You have to not slip up. You have to not get scared or panic. And I didn't do any of that. I stayed focused, calm, kept my racing lines. I was consistent. Even though he was faster than me, I wasn't making any mistakes for him to be able to pass me or to get any closer to pass me. So I think I did a really good job there. Held second. I'm happy with that. If you liked this, please like, subscribe, share the videos around, and yeah, send some comments in, and I'm happy to answer them. Yeah, thank you.